know what's a huge bummer? And I just want to talk about this for a second. I've been swapping classes a lot lately, and what's a huge bummer for me is there's a really big missed opportunity I feel in the game. Ever since I've been swapping classes, I have been using the same cosmetic, the Sacred Wild skin. Okay, you know this event skin that's like ridiculously expensive, the first cross-class cosmetic other than the pre-order bonus, the Haradrim Legacy one, etc. So I've been doing a lot of class swapping. I went from Necro to Barbarian, Barbarian to Monk, etc. And every time that I do that, I have been looking at my cosmetics because I don't have very many on the other classes. Like they're all pretty much on Necromancer because what I wanted to do is collect all the Battle Pass skins on Necromancer. And so I end up using the Sacred Wilds because it's one of the only ones that like I legitimately have on everything. You know, there's like the pre-order ones and all this stuff, but like the only one I really have is you know, the Sacred Wilds skin. Is out of the ones I've purchased, this is the one that kind of works because all the other Battle Pass ones, which I do have, are all pretty much tied to Necromancer or a different class. Or like this one, the Spawn of Damnation. I purchased the Spawn of Damnation on the Necromancer, but I can't use it here. I would have to go back and like purchase it again. So what's kind of a bummer is there's a lot of really good skins in this game, legitimately. Like, there's a lot of actually good skins in this game. And I think this is apparent. Like, you look at some of these ones, like, I know some of them are kind of dorky looking. Like, look at this one, for instance. Legitimately, some of the art is quite good. What's unfortunate is I'm realizing how much I like cosmetics because I don't necessarily like this one, honestly, and I think the expense is ridiculous and it's its own topic. But I do like the fact that I can use it on every character. And I think that that's something that the community has been asking for, which is the ability to, when you have a cosmetic, especially the Battle Pass ones, where it's like, look, you can't buy these on multiple characters. You can only have them from the Battle Pass, etc. That's something the community's been asking for, is this ability. And it's proven to me, now that I've got this skin and been playing multiple classes, that this actual cross-class cosmetic thing is actually really nice and would be a giant improvement in terms of enjoyability, at least for me, in the game if we had access to these other cosmetics. So for me personally, what I'm realizing is, please, Blizzard, I don't know why that it seems like we've been listening to pretty much everything people have to say. And maybe it's because it's monetarily, they're like, look, we're not going to give you all the same cosmetics across, you know, classes or whatever. But at a minimum, I think the Battle Pass ones should be. Okay, maybe the ones that you have to get in the store, maybe the ones you got to go to the shop here and you got to, you know, buy. I mean, they're not ridiculously priced. Maybe there's an argument to be made that, yes, we'll buy them on each character or what have you. But the ones in particular that really don't make sense to me is that are from the Battle Pass. So in my opinion, at a minimum, we should be taking the Battle Pass as cross-class cosmetic skins and should be usable in multiple classes. Because it also really sucks to have to think about when I'm going to have my class change available in order to claim this. I want this on my Necromancer. I've been claiming all my Battle Pass skins on my Necromancer, so I know before this is over and when I go to buy the Battle Pass, I'm going to want to do this on my Necromancer, so I unlock everything on my Necromancer. It also really doesn't make, like, I don't want to have to be at the end of every month, have to go back to the Necromancer in order to get it on the person I want. I really am not a fan of that mechanic. Also, something else that doesn't really make sense to me is the Porthos being locked to each class. I don't get this part either. Like, look, I have the Aspect of Justice on the Barbarian, but the Necromancer has this one. These, again, there's no way for me ever to unlock these again, or even move them from one class to another. You know, I think if you change class, the cosmetics from the Battle Pass should swap with you, like at a minimum, okay? Because maybe you want to sell the other cosmetics, etc., but you don't even sell the Battle Pass ones. So there's no loss of money, and there's no money that you even have to potentially gain. You're not selling the Battle Pass skins again. They're just one and done. Unless the plan is to take all the Battle Pass skins and put them in a loot box or something to sell, buy the Battle Pass skin, which would then piss the people off to play it in the seasons. So I really don't think there's too much to ask that at a minimum, at an absolute minimum, can we get those cross-class cosmetic, really? But I really do believe that the Battle Passes here should be cross-class all the way across. So that's my argument for today. I just think it's a little bit of a bummer because after playing with the Sacred Wilds armor, I legitimately enjoy the fact that the Sacred Wilds armor is cross-class. I've been using it. It's really, it's nice every time. I've been going to my cosmetics and I'm saying like, oh, I can't wait to see what this cosmetic looks like on this class. And it's just such a bummer that I don't get to do that with some of the other cosmetics in the game.